What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review, home of the Wolf Pack, your number one source of cryptotainment to get you through the bear market. In this episode, I'm going to present more evidence on why I think this market is going to be bottoming in February or March. Also, the CBDC is one step closer to getting launched. I'm going to explain how I think it's going to be implemented. Also, I have huge updates on the channel at the end of the video, so stick around. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump.
You big old sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my chair looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want a 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. 2 really stepping like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex.
Straight into the charts. Bitcoin on the daily chart is having a nice little rally. It is trying to set a new swing high. Now it has pumped through the 21 exponential moving average right here, but it is not confirmed. In fact, we are having a little bit of a red doji candle. I don't think right now is probably the time to get in, especially since we are rejecting the bottom of this trend line from the bear flag. That is extremely bearish. It is showing that this price action is respecting the previous bear flag. This is pointing to another big flush down to the downside, probably below 15K this time. Comparing this red line to previous Bitcoin halving cycles, you can see we are deep disillusionment phase. So either the trend is going to continue itself and we bottom before March, or this chart will be broken for the first time in Bitcoin's history. I happen to think that Bitcoin is going to be bottoming in the next few months. I think the trend is your friend until the end of the trend. It suited me well, drawing all of these bear flags since I sold the top at 65K. So I have reason to believe that Bitcoin is going to follow its historic trend going into the halving during 2024. I think we're going to flush one more time, build another bear flag, and then flush down into March. Now, when we bottom, does that mean we're going to have a big euphoric candle and the bull market's back? No. I think we're going to go into a little bit of a malaise era. I think it is going to be a slow grind up until eventually, after the halving, we rocket moonshot. And the people that don't pay attention and don't position themselves during this malaise era, during this era that everybody looks away and nobody wants to buy cryptocurrency, they are going to be the top buyers in the next cycle. The Federal Reserve just released a report saying that they created a digital dollar that can process 1.7 million transactions per second. That blows Bitcoin out of the water with its measly 7 transactions per second, Ethereum only 20, and PayPal 193. This, of course, is the CBDC that's coming. They're going to be using the proof of Burr concept. The good days. Remember that? Now, the bull market was fun, but the hangover, not so much. Cereal for $8 in Manhattan. Eggs are $10. These prices are unacceptable. Inflation may have peaked, but I'm still bearish on the CBDC. Not only because it's more centralized than BNB, and not only because the software called Open CBDC was developed in MIT. That is the same university that produced Scam Bankman-Fried, who just pled not guilty to multiple allegations of fraud. I'm really getting Bernie Madoff vibes here. You know, the other guy who defrauded investors for billions of dollars? Now, these unsavory fellows at the Federal Reserve and the political / elite educated class are going to try to ram this thing through. I believe the Federal Reserve is going to continue to raise rates in 2023 until something snaps. Now we have another emergency, and they're going to try to ram this CBDC through. I mean, they already tried in March of 2020 during COVID-19. During a tumultuous time, people are going to beg for the CBDC. If you want your stimmy check, download the FedNow app. And once you're in the system, then they can control your spending. They can see every transaction that you ever made. Well, you spent too much money on meat. You spent too much money on fuel. Your card is shut off for that because of the weather, of course. Rich people, it won't matter because they can buy credits, but the poor will have to do what they're told. Now, the carbon credit system is nothing new. I've been following it for years. I think the concerning thing is the Fed's ability to bypass Congress to impose taxes, just like how social media was used to bypass free speech. Well, now The Federal Reserve will be able to implement taxes as it sees fit through its use of the central bank digital currency. Now, this is another reason why I'm bearish the dollar and bullish cryptocurrencies long term, because crypto is easier self-custody than gold. You don't want to be caught smuggling gold nuggets in the rectum, do you? Now that's a real shitcoin.
What?
Maybe that's a Peter Schiff kind of thing since he's a gold bug, but I'm looking for a different kind of pump and dump. Crypto isn't perfect either. The point isn't finding some panacea, some asset that goes up and everybody's happy. The point is to be able to think critically even though it's uncomfortable so you can protect your assets and grow your wealth in 2023. It's finding a way how to move, right? That's the point of this channel. A good example of that is Celsius. A judge, his name is Martin Glenn, he ruled that the $4.2 billion of customers' deposits in Celsius doesn't belong to them. It is property of the estate. Whoops, I guess you should have read the 400 pages of the terms of service. You are an unsecured creditor. There are no protections for users' funds. There's no FDIC, there's no insurance, there's nothing like that. Crypto's still the wild, wild west. But that doesn't mean that Alex Machinski is going to walk on this thing, okay? The New York Attorney General accuses Alex Machinski of defrauding customers for over $2 billion under the Martin Act, which will not only bar him for participating in any kind of securities, but also presents the possibility of criminal charges. Let's hope this thing goes through. We need to purge the crypto space of all of the bad actors before the next bull market.
I hope you like prison food.
You can do bad all by yourself. You don't need to give up your keys. In fact, you might even be a better trader than a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar crypto firm. Caroline Ellison had a negative $1.3 billion in her FTX margin account. All of these funds were, of course, borrowed from FTX user accounts. Now that is diamond hands. Remember these? This brings a whole new meaning to never breaks, even during large liquidations.
Phúc Đạt Bích.
Now, Caroline Ellison is basically the inverse Nancy Pelosi, the insider trading legend. Now, she has seen her net worth increase by $140 million since becoming Speaker of the House in 2007. That's an average of $9.3 million a year on a $200K salary. Now, that is a legendary trader, even better than Warren Buffett. Of course, it is easy to have the right stock picks when you can influence policy and know what is coming down the pipeline before it does. Even so, this is the end of an era. She is done now, and the Nancy Pelosi stock tracker is over. Streamer DNP3 admits to gambling away all of the users' funds. He is a well-known streamer that gives away money on stream. He also has a few cryptocurrencies like KlueCoin, Xena. It's a play-to-earn game. He also had the Goobers NFT project. Well, he recently came out and said he blew all of the $9 million of customers' funds gambling, and he is very, very sorry. I mean, crypto is a gamble all in itself, but checking out his streams, I can see some glaring warning signs here. It feels like everybody in this space is trying to rug you or get you to buy something or influence you in some type of way. So you got to be really, really careful. You don't see me shilling a lot of different things. Usually we're just trolling or discussing macro topics or trying to time the market, because I don't want to be like one certain scamfluencer, which I won't mention his name because he might sue me.
Never done anything wrong in crypto.
A few moments later.
We really didn't make great decisions on what to promote. And that's the long and the short of it.
As you know, the CEO of Ethereum had halted withdrawals on ETH staking for years now. Well, the new Shanghai Upgrade that's going through will allow these people to withdraw their funds that were staked during the bull market and before. This can cause a cascading effect in the Ethereum price. There is 16 million Ether locked in there. That's about $20 billion. 13.1% of all Ethereum are locked right now. They're going to be unlocked soon. I hope this causes a massive, massive dump so I can pick up some sweet, sweet, cheap Ethereum. Here is the Ethereum Foundation praying before they launch Shanghai. $500 ETH is definitely possible. Hex on the daily chart is experiencing a little bit of a relief rally. Remember in the last video, I was saying this is too much of a divergence from the 21 exponential moving average. We are going to pump up and at least give this a little kiss right here. Also, we do have a Hex convention coming on in the next few days. It's called Hex Cringe 2023. It'll be interesting to see how it goes with us being 96.5% down from ATH. I would love to see Hex get above the 21 exponential moving average, get above the primary pivot, do a little consolidation dance up here above 2.3 cents, go sideways. As you know, there is a fully doxed dev for Pulse Chain. He's very active. There has been a lot of updates on the GitLab. Something's brewing with Pulse Chain. An announcement could save the Hex price if they could get it to go sideways and slowly leak out announcements and build hype. It could stop the dump. But first, we got to get above the 21, okay? We got to take out 2.1 cents. And if we don't, I really think we're going to come down here to 1.2 pennies, to the next pivot right here. That has been the trend. Remember, the trend is your friend until the end of the trend. But there is some light at the end of the tunnel. We have the HexCon hype. I think people are going to be buying. People are going to be excited. Then we got these new updates from Pulse Chain. Could this be the bottom? Could we find some kind of support here? I think it's way early to say. And one major headwind that I think is the Shanghai update. As you know, Pulse Chain is now a copy of ETH 2.0. That is a major upgrade. I mean, it is allowing people to withdraw their Ethereum from the staking contract. They absolutely need it. So I think that they are at the mercy of the Shanghai update. So will that come in time? I honestly don't think so. I think we're going to get a nice little rally, go through HexCon, and then have a massive dump. If Richard Hart, if something isn't announced here, if it's just the same old thing, then we're going to get that half a penny, which I will be chimping in just for fun, not financial advice, not telling you to do it. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. I think half a penny is pretty good for me to start just buying a little bit of Hex and playing around with the contract again. Okay, that's going to be like a 90-some%, 99 or something percent decline. Okay, there's a lot of headwinds and stuff, but if they can just keep this hype going, this Pulse Chain thing going until Shanghai, until they can do V3 testnet, you know, we could find a bottom very soon on hex.com. Okay, now we are playing a little bit of a game in my Telegram chat. The link is in the description below. It's free. You can join, you can have access to me, ask me questions, or troll, or whatever you want to do. But we're playing a little game, and I'm probably going to do a video chat in Telegram when Richard is speaking. Every time that he says he called the top, we are going to take a shot. Okay. So I think there's a few participants and stuff like that. I'd hate to drink alone, so come in with me. We'll watch it together. We'll do a video chat. We'll hang out and have our own little Hex Cringe convention right here in the Wolfpack channel. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I got big things coming up. I think Funding Jim is going to come on live on this channel and rebuke some of the things that Joker had to say. So if you want to see that, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm not asking for anything. I don't have a coin. If you want to support my channel, hit the like button, hit the sub button, okay? See you soon. Join the Wolfpack. Peace.